And good evening, ACEL football fans all around the great state of Louisiana. And wherever you're watching from tonight, it is time for the 8-man ACEL Football State Championships, brought to you live here on 446 Sports. I am Doug Gann, bringing you the action. It has been a pleasure to be a part of the ACEL State Championships throughout the years. I think we're going on year number 3 or 4 now. But so grateful to the director, Sandra Merrow, and all of the family of ACEL Athletics for allowing us to be part of their family. And looking for a great night of football out of here. We've got a great matchup between two teams that have squared off before, but they'll look to do it. You throw that out the window as it sits tonight. Again, I am Doug Ann alongside of my man Nick Magnano. Chuck continues to push the buttons for us, as he always does, down on that end of it, and brought us into his house, I guess, tonight. Here we are in Tioga, Louisiana, at the beautiful Tioga High School. Little fondness of it myself. Grew up in this area and graduated from Tioga here years ago. Yeah. So, boy, that internet messing up, Chuck, it messed up my sound when I said how old I was, actually.
I heard that, yeah.
But here we are in the booth, and so I want to welcome on the partner in this, Nick Magnano. Nick, welcome to 8-man ACEL State Championship football, brother.
Yeah, excited about it. The weather's beautiful, 83 degrees, cloudy, so we don't have to worry about sunshine right now. 49% humidity, which is nice right now. That's great to hear. So, in the south wind is 6 miles an hour. We're supposed to die down a little bit later, so the weather shouldn't affect this ball game too much.
No, and on that turf field out there that I guess is about a year away from getting replaced, so you'll look for a new one the next time that you see it here. This is year 2, I guess, that it has been here at Tioga High School. And John Paul the Great Academy kind of fond of it because they took the championship last year from here. And they'll look to do that again this year. But standing their way are the Lions of Acadiana Christian School. And they're coached by Carol Olivier. Of course, John Paul the Great Academy. Barrett Richard leads the Guardians. And had a great time meeting those guys last year and visiting with them. The crowds have made it out, and this is just another one of those good matchups. Nick, what do you see in this one in your first foray into 8-man football?
Exciting. It looks. I watched the game from last year, and these young men they play very hard. They play to the whistle. They still play on the same size field as 11v11, so there's a lot of space out there and a lot of opportunities for them. But really excited about being involved with this. And Chuck brought us into his home, and, man, what a home this is.
Well, let's bring our third member of the broadcast booth up here with us now, and Chuck Perkins, who pushes all our buttons. And I mean that production-wise on there,
no,
Chuck.
don't.
I do that. Welcome aboard, Chuck.
Thank you, Doug. Glad to be back with what's known as the A team, apparently. And I don't know, it's just because of the A's that are on your shirts, or sometimes it's the altitude to which y'all produce things that is really way up there.
I think it's from where we produce from. We've got 7 extra steps at an Alexandria home game versus here.
This
but
is true.
The big key is the steps that are in the middle of it. Enough of that. Got a lot of great football that we expect tonight. John Paul the Great Academy comes into this. Again, the Guardians were winners of last year's game. They will come into this out of the Lafayette area as the home team. They will wear the dark blue tops on in this evening's, and kind of a gray top for the Lions of Acadiana Christian School. But Barrett Richard looking to win another one here tonight. Good crowd that has made its way up to the central Louisiana area. So if you're new to the program, new to watching where we are, if you look right in the middle of the state, you generally will see the word Alexandria there. It's separated by the Red River. You get to the north side of the river, Pineville, Tioga, Ball, all of that around this area. We are here in Tioga, and that is the big, signified by the big T that you see in the middle of the turf, home of the LHSAA Division I Tioga Indians. They are in Class 4, and they find themselves ranked number 9 in the rankings this year. Big win over the Warhorses of Peabody last night in a thriller right here on this field. A few things to look at tonight. You'll see some great players on both sides of the ball. Lanyo anchors that offensive line. Key guy to watch for John Paul the Great Academy is their running back, Riley Lormond. He will make some headway in this. He's going to be a player in there, and then you've got stars scattered all over both teams. Noah Landclose will catch a lot of the footballs from Ty Olivier tonight. Offensive and defensive line, of course, are anchored there. Ty Olivier is a player to watch as he will play both sides of the football tonight, as a lot of these players will, but keep an eye out for Olivier on there tonight. We'll kind of keep up with some of the stats and things that you see. But, Chuck, you've been around the 8-man football for 2 or 3 years like we have, and what are some of your thoughts on it?
Well, you know, as deceiving as it may seem, you may want to try to say, well, it's 8-man. It's not 11-man. I'm going to tell you, these guys put everything out there on the field about it. Even though they're 3 shy on the field on each side on offense and defense from a normal team, they're every bit of hungry for that win. For each game, every down counts for them, every pass and every run. They're out there hoofing it.
Well, one of the things you see, Nick, as we look at this, that's what they've grown up, and this is the equalizer, because what you find is these teams don't have enough. Most of the players that you see tonight will play on both sides of the football. Those that are contributing, and you've seen the names throughout the years that have contributed on both sides of the football. It's expected out here. I would equate it maybe to 1A football, where you see a lot of the players that are going both sides of the ball all throughout the game, but those that are out there are battling and fighting, and you'll find some folks that through the games you go, you know what, pretty special player.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We'll say this, Acadiana looks like they have some size. I mean, they look physically, like they have some size out there. Also, you're talking about, playing both ways. I mean, the game we broadcast last night, I mean, you had 2 5A, schools that are in their top 15 and had players playing both ways. So I mean, this is exciting to see that. It's exciting to see the condition of these young men. This has been a season-long for them. And this is the pinnacle for them. I'm glad the weather's nice. It probably could be a little cooler, especially since they'll be playing both ways. But like I said, really excited. I watched a lot of the game from last year, kind of preparing for this, and this is really neat.
Ironman football comes to mind.
That's right.
It's actually the name we used to call it back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And look, you'll see great running. You'll see a lot of great football on here. And football, the field is the same size. The end zones are there. Everything is the same on it. So looking forward to a big evening. A local crew here of officials. Josh Brown's the white hat in this one tonight. Got that call last year. They officiate out of that MAIS division. Okay. So a lot of the LHSAA guys are off and about, but it's a good crew that will be out there on this evening. Again, I'm Doug Gann alongside Nick Magnano, Chuck Perkins. We are here high atop Tioga High School getting ready for you to bring you the ACEL Athletics 8-man football state championship. Coming up at the end of today's broadcast, we will name our 446 Sports Player of the Game, that MVP. So they do a lot of their season-long MVP voting. And we talked to Athletic Director of Athletics, Sandra Merrow, last year and said, hey, we'd like to present something to someone that we think shines in this particular game. And is it, sometimes you'll have the one that was the MVP. Sometimes you'll have one that comes up and just makes a big game. But it's everybody out here that's just doing work.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that part as well. That's one of the things we do whenever we have the All-Star games for LHSAA. in the state championships, it's you kind of erase everything that's happened up to this point, and you get to pick who we think is the best player tonight. So that's going to be a thing we're going to be looking for throughout the night.
And what's going to be fun for me is having three of us up here. I'm usually trying to tame a beast on my right-hand side in Billy French that's usually up here talking 90 miles an hour. And I'm over here trying to do production and an occasional.
You see
color,
why he doesn't
Mark.
get to talk much.
Well, I'm a math teacher. That's why that went in there.
I feel you.
But so it's going to be nice to have, just kind of let you two go at it, and I can just sit over here and think of something to throw in every once in a while now.
Volleyball was usually this weekend. It was again. We'll get some of those winners, but I do know that in ladies volleyball Division I, the Southwest Louisiana Knights ladies volleyball team are the state champs in Division I. So congratulations to them. So it had to get up there to that West Monroe area just for this weekend. And we visited with Sandra Merrow prior to the game, and she asked me if we were ready to roll at Tioga. And I said, well, we're 15 minutes out of West Monroe. I thought you had moved it up there. She did not find the humor in that one at all. So
I can't believe you do that to Miss Sandy.
Yes, you can. We expect that Sandra will be watching this, and a big shout out to her and all of the work that Sandra Merrow and her family and family of ACEL Athletics does. Tonight, again, to tell you, John Paul the Great Academy is here. They are coached by Barrett Richard. They will be the home team tonight in the dark blue. You see them on your screen currently on there, and then kind of a gray top, if you will, of that lighter away jersey from New Iberia. It is the Lions of Acadiana Christian School. You see them on your camera there. And Nick, I will tell you this, that screen that he's got up there is not a telestrator, so put your marker away.
Yes, please
he
don't.
gets aggravated when you start drawing. He had to go through two of them before I realized that it wasn't it.
Yeah, and no highlighters either, by the way.
Ooh,
So, hey, getting ready for – go ahead. You just don't know – you're lost, aren't you, up here,
I
Nick?
am, but can I ask this, Doug?
Yes.
You can ask anything.
After what you just said about the volleyball being in that town northeast of here,
Yes.
can we not mention
No more references
Yes,
on
please.
West Monroe tonight
yes.
after
Can we-
last night's
yes,
ball game.
yes.
Nick and I
The
covered
other Rebels?
the Ash Trojans.
Yes.
And, what a ball game that was last night in Alexandria on senior night. But we are getting prepared for the ACEL Athletics 8-man state championship. Just a couple of minutes away from getting the welcome and the pregame festivities going here, and they are going to get this thing going in just a bit. I'm excited to be here again. We have a lot of good football. Some of the names that jump out at you, of course, the Landclose name, Olivier is there. You going over there and you look at Silas Lanyo that is there, the Odene brothers are there. So you've got a lot of names that you go up. So one thing, Nick, that you can remember from the Grace days, I guess,
Yes.
you get kids in early ages and they stay throughout.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That I mean, this is you being a part of Grace, not only from the broadcast side, but also being a parent of two athletes that went through. Me being a coach of the soccer program, and then also two athletes to come. This is right up my alley. I mean, these young men. I mean, 7th, 8th, 9th. I mean, all the way up. You see them develop. And then the opportunity like this, both of our kids, were part of a state championship. Yours in baseball, mine in track. And although it was LHSA, it was small school. And it's just great to see how you have everybody involved with the process.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one other name you didn't mention on there. If you want to go ahead and go through the teams first, because this person's not on your team, so go ahead and talk about them first. I've got another name to bring up.
Which teams are you referring to? The ones that are playing tonight, or what?
Kind of one of the official teams.
You've lost me. We're out of sync.
I'm leading him, but it's actually not a joke.
No, oh my gosh!
So
Look,
it's really not.
And the number one rule was what, Nick? Don't say hunch.
Don't say hunch.
What was that, Chuck?
Don't never ask about that.
ACEL and the fans here are going to get a true treat to have Coach Holly Pace, PA, in the game tonight. And she's going to be out here. She does all of our Tioga High School and junior high games up here. She's a teacher and a coach here at Tioga Junior High. But she does a phenomenal job. And so they're going to get a real treat of having her on the mic, emceeing the whole event tonight for all, because she is got eagle eyes like a spotter. Even though she likes to claim she can't see past the first few seats, she calls them out. She's like a spotter. She's on it and got a voice for this. So
yeah, I enjoyed listening to her. You know, when I watched y'all's broadcast from last night, and how she was calling out tackles on both teams. You know, and then plays. You know, right alongside you and Billy. So yeah, excited to be able to work with her as well.
And one thing I did learn about Coach Holly Pace, is she is a person of influence, because she was on vacation in Panama City Beach. And she said, excuse me, just kind of like snapped her fingers at the maitre d' there, says, I need to put 446 Sports on this TV. And she started watching it, and because of her air of everybody else started watching the game too and cheering us along, even though we lost. But she said we just had the whole crowd in there cheering for us in there. Well, so shout out to Coach Holly Pace, PN for us tonight.
There you have it. Great to have it. And what a great welcome by the folks here at Tioga. You know, we were able to go down and tour the locker room area and see the weight room, visit with head coach Kevin Cook. Some of the assistants. Coach Chrisman was there. Coach Muter was there. And able to look around at that area. First chance to see this beautiful press box area that is up here. And probably the best press box that I've been in this season, except for Ruston. And what's the difference in that one, Nick?
You don't have to go downstairs for the restroom. They have one right, and look, they put it right where the visitors, announcers, and radio are. So you don't have to go far at all.
There you see that crew out.
I'm sorry.
Our area making it in, led by your buddy and Grace Christian head baseball coach Josh Brown.
Let me say this. The best thing about that press box was the chocolate chip cookies.
Well,
homemade chocolate chip cookies. Second best thing was the restroom. Chuck has day-old pork rinds.
You hope they're day old.
I will say this. I do like raisins, Chuck.
There you go.
You know, but
feel like I've been raising Chuck for a long time. Right. Look, and again, if it's the first time that you found us on YouTube, we invite you to like and subscribe. We will carry all of the ACEL championships that are up here and broadcast. Some of them we don't do. We don't do the cross-country things, but all of the other ones we will get involved with. I think it's 9 a year that we do. And approaching a great milestone for us here. We're nearing 500,000 views on our YouTube channel, and that's about a year and a half old. So we're excited, and we owe it all to you guys. A lot of those are ACEL viewers. You go back and look at the 8-man championship, you look at baseball and softball, and that's some of our highest viewed programs that we've ever had.
We're going to try to get soccer up there too this year. We're going to we have a soccer crew on those semifinals and finals. Little jab there, guys.
Wow.
No, but
Chuck, does he know who controls the cameras and the mute and things like that? I don't think he knows that. Going to be a great night of football this evening. Again, John Paul the Great Academy, Acadiana Christian School. We're close to getting the starting lineups and rosters and all of that, and we're going to do that momentarily. Chuck, why don't you take a quick break? We'll do that. Take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll get into the starting lineups and the prayer, the national anthem, and we'll do all of that when we come back. You are watching the ACEL 8-Man State Championships live right here on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use. Anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Back to live action we go here at Tioga High School for the ACEL 8-man championship game. It is between John Paul the Great Academy, the defending champions, the Guardians, and the Lions of Acadiana Christian School. You just saw Acadiana Christian School.
And there they are, coming out.
I got to tell you, Acadiana, yeah, there's John Paul the Great coming out. Doug, Acadiana is kind of after my old school heart here. They had the paper banner they ran through, so that was pretty exciting to see.
That's a little old school. That's right.
So, been a while since I've seen that with all the.
Well, but you got to be careful with that, don't you? I mean, there was an incident in your alma mater this year.
That's why we always use the paper, Doug.
I'm going to step off and give it to you guys for a minute and help them get this thing going with the prayer.
Absolutely. So yes, there you hear Coach Pace giving us the starting lineups. We might pause for a minute just to hear those. She's going to go through actually the full roster, not just the starting lineups for both teams, because it is a championship game, so why not recognize everybody?
Yeah, for sure.
Christian School
well deserved.
Lions.
What a crowd. What a crowd.
Number 1, Noah Landclose. Number 2, Lane Hebert. Number 3, Jonas Peltier. Number 4, Ty Olivier.
As she's going through the rosters, if you will, you see the
Number 6,
captains coming out for coin toss, meeting in the tee. And it's not like the good old Southern sweet tea we have either. But it is a good tea that's out there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and you've got number 8, Bobby Ogne. Number 50 this is for John Paul the Great. Number 52 is John Ronick, and number 9 is Sawyer Dean. Chuck, can you make out the numbers on the Acadiana?
38. You talking about in the light? 38.
Yeah, 38 is Jude Wildner.
I see a 44.
44 is Everett Higgins.
Where the others are standing, let me see if I get a gap there. 12.
12 is Brandon Judice.
And the other two, 11, looks like. Did we do 11 yet?
I don't have an 11.
And there's one standing behind number 8 that I can't quite see just yet.
John Paul the Great Academy.
Looks like 40-something or another. Maybe a 46, but hang on, let's see if he steps out where we can see.
Number 55, Ethan Brown. Number 98, Aiden Biard. Number 12, Daniel Chapanche. Number 80, Thomas Comp. Number 72, Dominic Kramer. Number 74, Peter Kramer. Number 9, Sawyer Dean. Number 49, Caden Deku. Number 23, Jacques Fontenot. Number 21, Brylan Garrett. Number 25, Cameron Gary. Number 54, Joe Gogula, sorry. Number 10, Nicholas Heinen. Number 88, Luke Hornsby.
So dark blue, you said, is John Paul the Great?
Huval.
That's correct.
Number 70, Silas Lanyo.
They deferred, and ACS will be receiving. And so let's see if I can get to the other ones. There's 38, 12.
Number 8, Bobby
44.
Odine.
Number 4 was the other one.
Number 4 is
Joseph
Tyler
Richard.
Ollier.
Number 52,
Olier?
John
Yep, Ollier.
Hartz.
And number 1
71,
is Noah
Maximus Stewart.
Lancross.
All right.
Number 22,
There you go.
Micah Thomas.
Got wrapped up there with the captains out there.
Thompson.
Coach Pace is wrapping them up
At
there.
this time, we ask that everyone please stand.
So we will
tonight's
silence a moment for the
followed by the
prayer
national
and
anthem.
the national anthem.
If you would, gentlemen, kindly remove your caps and pray with me. Heavenly Father, I thank you so much for the opportunity to come and glorify your name. I ask that your blessing be on all of the participants that are here, that safety, that good sportsmanship, and that the glorification of your beautiful name is what's on display. We ask the competition to be blessed. We ask for traveling grace for all of those in attendance as they make their way back home. And we ask all of this in the precious name of your Son. Amen. And we are back. I want to thanks to the folks here. Got the opening prayer going on. And you guys, I know, set it up a little bit. Take me back through the coin toss so I've got myself acclimated again.
So, yes, they had coin toss out there. JPG over here to John Paul the Great right here is the dark blue, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they were the home team, so it would have been Acadiana Christian that called the toss.
Called the toss. John Paul the Great won the toss. They deferred, and they are receiving. So Acadian Christian School is going to be receiving.
There you go. We'll get that offense out on there. They are in the light gray top, dark blue bottoms. Ty Olivier will come out with that group, and you will see him set to quarterback once that offense gets going. Plays a little bit of everywhere. He is their quarterback. He is their defender. Back deep to receive is number 5 for Acadiana Christian School. That is Christopher Neal Osborne.
Yeah, 5, Doug, and I'm and number 1.
Also joined back there is their speedy receiver, Noah Landclose, getting set to tee this thing up. Is John Paul the Great. And trying to get a number on that kicker. Is that 23 that I see? Needless to say, we'll get that in there. There's a squibber over to the near side. Hits by the up man, and that's going to be trouble. Good opportunity for JPG to get on it. And JPG does come out of there with it, and that's what you call stealing a possession early on.
Yeah, number 7, Riley Lamont, on the recovery there. What a perfect onside kick that was.
Get a good look at number 23. That is the kicker for JPG, Jacques Fontenot. But so much for that offensive unit there. They'll have to wait a moment. This will bring out that really solid offense of JPG. We saw them last year behind the quarterback play of Sawyer Dean, and he gets up in there. And one thing you'll notice is that tight bunch formation that they come out with. They've still got the same room, but, I mean, they stack it in. Everybody within 5 yards of the football, and that's going to come back.
False start.
False start right off the bat. That will back.
10-minute quarters, by the way.
That'll back the Guardians up. That's right. They'll play 4 10-minute quarters here. I think we'll get to see some of the Spirit squads we normally do at halftime. But this is for that 8-man state championship. ACEL Athletics just getting bigger and bigger in the sports as they do. So glad to have them here in Central Louisiana once again. And there's Sawyer Dean and that offensive unit that just comes in tight. That's kind of a wing tee, but not enough players in the backfield to have that. Sawyer's going to bring it to the near side, going to run the option, and he's hit hard and brought back by that big, powerful linebacker, number 4, Ty Olivier. We told you about Ty in the pregame.
Nice lick that was. Good keeper there. He got back. It looks like we might have another. What's the referee's talking about over there? So he got back about 1.5 yards of the penalty yards. But, boy, Olivier came up and really put a hit on that one.
See if that instant replay by BU Designs. There you go. try to catch a little bit of it before we get into the play, but there we go.
And watch the hit by Olivier come up and make this. It's got it second down. Give him a yard. So it'll be second down and 14 following that penalty. And there's going to be another whistle. We'll go down and get a look at it. Once again, a false start. So things get a team behind the chains like that, and that's what you want to do. This is that possession, and you've got to do whatever you can if you are Acadiana Christian to get them out of this and not let them steal points following that onside kick.
Yeah, excellent start for Acadiana here.
You get a good look at that offensive work, and coming back in is the aforementioned Sawyer Dean.
They're in that huddle, getting to play in.
Yeah, and we're definitely I'm gonna be spotting here with my binoculars on these light colored jerseys.
Keep an eye on 9 offensively. I'll tell you that.
I can see his number.
Another false start penalty. That was the right guard that had kind of lifted up out of the stance. And the coaches from JPG not excited about the start.
Not at all. And another beautiful thing about this event here, you've got all the fans sitting here on this side with us. There's none sitting on the other side, but that just goes to this organization and how these teams are. So they work well together.
So you look at the second down marker where it's at, and nowhere in sight. Finally coming in some 24 yards later is the first down marker. Back to pass, big pressure up the middle. Got to be in the big paws and wrapped up and brought down finally. Tremendous sack in the backfield, and that's number 35.
38,
correction.
Jude Wilder on that. He shot the gap there, and really, I mean, before a quarterback could even turn, he was on top of him. And we're looking at third down and a mile.
Here's your BU Design instant replay on that.
Watch Wilder just come up the middle. And, Sawyer Dean with an opportunity to get out of that, spun around, but Wilder was having none of it.
He's got those gloves on that hand. It just made it look even that much larger.
Obvious passing down here as it is third and a long way. There's that option pitched back. Bad snap or bad toss, but coming around and getting a little bit of room. Going to be driven out of bounds along the far sideline. And that's going to bring up fourth down and 31 and this is about as inauspicious as a start offensively as you would want from JPG, but give credit to that ACS defense that was just firing on all cylinders there, led by their linebackers Olivier, and 38 was Jude Wilder. Setting up on the right hash.
Doug, I have a 64 for Acadiana. It's a deep, like the nose guard, but I don't see him on the roster. Punt here. Got number 4. Return. Ball goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark 33-yard line.
Look, if you don't believe that young man doesn't do a lot of work for this this Lions ball club, goodness gracious, we see him back returning punts, and
he's going to be the quarterback as well.
He's that middle linebacker. He's a quarterback. He's back returning punts, and pretty big dude too. He's not really what you would expect to look at quarterback, but just as tough and aggressive as you'll find. Again, Doug Gann, Nick Magnano, Chuck Perkins bringing you ACEL 8-man championship. 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in this first quarter. We are early underway.
Doug, we have number 1 out here for Acadiana.
A little different formation here for this group.
Spreading out, going in
12.
motion is number 12. That is Judice. And dropping back is Olivier into the shotgun, brings a man in motion. A lot of movement out there, and going to be delay of game whistled, we believe.
Yep.
So now, just to give you an indication, the play clocks are not on here, so the back judge will keep that on his on his watch and kind of give a signal at 10 seconds, we believe. And that gives the quarterback something to look at that he's looking at that would be in the area of where the play clock is. And so that gives you an idea. Good press coverage by both defenders on the wideouts. Once again, coming in motion. That one just sets up and settles in kind of an H-back position. Another man in motion, and that's going to be Olivier that just keeps it himself, but he is met by the teeth of that JPG defense. Who do you have on that
Dean,
stop?
number 9. Dean was the first one in, and then just a cast of characters after that. But, boy, he met him in the hole, and he's your starting quarterback on the other side. This is fun to watch.
And I tell you, before when we talked about it, that's what you're going to see at these big competitors, and we're only a series in. There you see Sawyer Dean come up and make that hit. You're going to see a lot of these players that you just start calling over and over and over. And remember, we'll be naming our 446 Sports Championship game MVP before the dust settles on this one tonight. Olivier once again brings his man in motion, settles in at the H-back spot. There's a handoff up the middle, but going to be another false start penalty is whistled.
We got a little excitement here. You know, everybody's a little jittery to start the game, and just the way it kind of works in championship games sometimes.
False start, and here we go backwards. And so we've spent on both of these drives, guys, time behind the chains. It was 4th and 31 when John Paul the Great punted the ball. The Lions now find themselves with a 2nd down and 18. Need to get all the way out to the 42-yard line. 7:20 to go here in this first quarter of play. Again, a lot of movement brings him up into the H-back position. Does Olivier, showing blitz are the Guardians moving around, and you're going to get another delay of game penalty. And what Olivier is going to have to do is he's going to have to keep his eyes on that back judge. You're seeing a lot of the movement, but with there not being a clock that's going down there, the play clock, I mean, and that's how they do it before. A lot of the schools had the play clocks. Anyway, got to keep your eyes on that back judge.
You really do.
Yeah, now we're looking at 2nd and 25, 3 5-yard penalties there. So if my math is correct, so 10 plus 15 is 25, that Bolton math.
Works in Tioga, too.
Excellent, excellent.
Long way to go. Have to get all the way out to the 42-yard line. Again, empty backfield for Olivier. Blitz shown once again. Snap is back. Finally got a play off. Rolling. And that one is dumped off to the near side. Complete. Big work and knocked out of bounds there at the end. But not before a big completion out to number 12. And that is Brandon Judy's.
Yeah.
Huge gain like that and still shy of the 1st down.
BU Design Instant Replay.
There you see the two that connected on that.
22-yard gain there on that out route.
3rd down and very manageable, 3 yards to go. That's what you see. Have to get out near the 42 or just past the 42-yard line. Back to work we go. Olivier, like the offense that they're running for the Lions, they're chewing up some of that clock. A couple of plays they've chewed up a little too much of it. Snap is back to Olivier on 3rd down. He's being pressured. Going to get that one down. It's picked off. Picked off. Got an opportunity now coming to the near side. Got a good wall of blockers, but coming up and making that tackle finally. But look at the work there.
Got a flag on the play. Post interception. So it's going to count, but it looks like a block on the back.
JPG's Riley Lormond in there. Plays a lot at linebacker as well, or at running back for this JPG team. So that will even move it down a little further. Let's zoom in and see what we've got from the white hat.
Block in the back.
Illegal block in the back, so that'll push it back. Again, you did call that correctly. It is post-possession, so the interception counts, and goodness. Tried to get a big chunk of it that time, did Olivier, and now deep in plus territory is where the Guardians will start this one off.
Yeah, had pressure coming on him, so had to get rid of the ball probably a little bit earlier than he wanted to.
You absolutely know the talk that was done to the near side was, hey, let's stay in our lane, no false starts, keep an eye on the back judge for the time, and they bunch in, does this Guardian offense. Handoff goes to the first man through.
Having to get up quickly to the line because I think they kind of was a little bit delayed back
That's
there.
Cameron Gary. Cameron Gary with a 5-yard pickup there and make it 2nd and 5.
Slow huddle from the sideline to the field. They had to rush up to the line there.
A lot different seeing huddles as well, gentlemen.
We haven't seen a lot of those this year. 2nd down and 5, and there's another false start. That was going to be motion there by 25. He kind of puts that hand back down right beforehand and questioning the play on there, but it is whistled for a 5-yard penalty, and that will push the Guardians back, but it was right there on their good call by this officiating crew that is here locally.
Tell you what, that referee, he's getting a workout tonight on his signal call. He could do a
good for him.
Notice he's slinging a pink flag out there today too.
Yeah, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's so great to see. Sawyer Dean in that group in tight again, and there's a handoff, and that's Lorman.
Yeah,
he's the one that had the INT. We told you he was a solid run back, and you will see him carry the football an awful lot tonight. Between he and Sawyer Dean, all you got to do, and that's what the Guardians tell you they're going to do. We're going to come up, we're going to run this play, and we're going to run it, and we're going to run it, and they do it very successfully.
Yeah, 8-yard gain there.
Pushing through and grinding all the way down.
Yeah, Gary on the carry there. It looks like he got the 1st down with the forward progress. Olivier on the tackle there.
So you got basically 3 running backs that are back there for JPG. You've got, of course, Sawyer Dean that is there leading the way at quarterback, Riley Lormond, and then Gary is back there as well.
Yeah, all 3 of them are athletic. This crowd it's amazing.
They love their football. Snap is back. That is Sawyer that's going to take it. He's met after he gains probably 3.
They did stop forward momentum there.
What did they call that in the ball game we saw? Timely whistle. A timely whistle that was blown on there. That's
for sure.
It's an afternoon discussion today.
Yes, it is.
A morning discussion, maybe.
And our resident teacher here taught me what timely means.
They give Sawyer 3 yards on that carry. It is 2nd down and 7. Ball rests just outside the 13-yard line. Have to get down to the 6 for the 1st down. Can get a 1st down, of course, without getting into the end zone. Not 1st down, 2nd down and goal from here, but 2nd and 7. Going to the far side now is Dean. He's got a good shot at the corner. Met hard, but grinding and fighting his way down inside the 1. And that's just Sawyer Dean being Sawyer Dean as he carries that ball inside the 1-yard line.
And it's enough to get a 1st down.
Number 1, Noah Longcross. He's the one who saved the touchdown there. Thought Dean was going to get in there, but he had a good solo tackle there to prevent it. And you never know what happens here. Game we were at last night on the 1-yard line, and
anything can happen.
That's correct.
The coach coming all the way out to give the play, and they'll get in and get that one settled. 4:46 to go here in the 1st quarter of play.
I want to watch that time because he may run out of time on the.
Keeping an eye on the back judge as well. But they get up there, and they don't do a lot of movement, and that's what hurt the Lions. They just get up there. Dean looks it over. And watch for Dean to keep this one. He does.
Yeah. Touchdown there.
Gets right into the end zone.
What do they call that play?
Well, it's been morphed around. That was the old derivative. When Reggie Bush was back there with Matt Leinart in USC, they would call that the Bush push. Now they call that
push.
Yeah, they get in there. But great work. You just get in there like a rugby scrum, and that one pays off. And that's the 1st score of this one. JPG leads this one 6-0.
Can I make a 2nd request?
You may.
No West Monroe anymore and no USC references,
Goodness,
please.
he's taken everything I've got out.
Jeez, USC. Oh, yeah.
They were the Chiefs, right? USC?
No, they're the Trojans.
Oh, I don't understand. Why no
That's
USC?
Exactly why. Again, Dean back under center. He carried it from here. His last time, kind of tosses that one backwards. That's Gary going to be stopped shy, and that PAT is no good. Great work by that defensive unit coming up.
Jonas Peltier, what a goal line stand there on a 2-point conversion, and that may come back to be a very big play in this game. So, Gary was
going to take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching 8-Man Football Championship from ACEL Athletics right here on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Back to Tioga High School. Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano and Chuck Perkins, and setting up to kick this one off, number 23, Jacques Fontenot. Fontenot rolled the little onside kick the last time he was here, but that they stole that possession. The Lions were able to hold, and that one's another one that's going to squib up the middle, roll around, and got a fall on it.
Wow, that was trouble.
One thing that I'm seeing in this one is that, boy, on that onside kick, you've got to come up and aggressively attack that and come get it, because those guys, those Guardians players from JPG are certainly making their way down.
They definitely are.
Brandon Judice recovered that, but that's where this 8-man is a lot different. I mean, I know there's only 8 to go down and cover, but 8 to receive. There's a lot of open spaces out there.
A lot of open space.
They were like the dogs in the hunting season. They were cold trailing, right? I mean, they were right on the trail.
They were going. They know where the ball's going, and they're able to get down there. Don't say hump. Whatever you do.
Hey, I'm a good student. Or shall I say, I listen to the coach.
Ty Olivier back there has got a man with him. He usually brings that man up as the H-back. We'll see. 6-0, the Guardians lead this when they had the Sawyer Dean 1-yard touchdown plunge. We'll stay with the running back here, and back to pass. Coming to the near side, and it's complete. Woo. Big time hit.
Number 9 on the reception there, Weston Landry, and number 52 for JPG with the
that's John
tackle.
Roncarts. Wow, that came up and made that play, and that was where the end of that play was going to happen.
Let me tell you what, gentlemen, these boys came to play. They're hitting tonight.
Defending champions for a couple of years, yes. I believe.
I like we got somebody in the crowd. Watch the holding. Watch the holding.
2nd down and 4 for Olivier. Number 4 looks over and gets some word from his offensive coordinator as we go down, and there's that traditional move up into an H-back. Gives Olivier a little bit more opportunity to look around, and it's going to be a timeout that is whistled. Timeout whistled by Acadiana Christian School. We'll take it with them and be back in 30 seconds. You're watching a 446 Sports presentation of the 2023 ACEL 8-Man Championships.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Back to action we go, setting up, trying to get the equalizer. It is 2nd down and 4 as Acadiana Christian School makes their way back out following the Lions' first timeout of the game. 3:42 here remaining in the first. Playing 4 10-minute quarters. They hustle up, look like they were a little bit further off. Keep an eye for the Lions' number 12. That is Brandon Judice. He goes out far to the far side. Got solo coverage over there. It's going to be a handoff to the near side, and just crushing through again is Ron Karts, and he's joined there by number 72. And 72, Dominic Kramer.
Yeah, I know Osborne on the carry there. Gain maybe a yard. But I'll tell you what, these guys are going downhill, and they are coming in, and they're ready to hit.
You know what you're going to see, what you have the opportunity, as much as those linebackers come crashing in, if you can just hit some sort of little slant or wheel out of the backfield, you don't have a lot of time. It's going to have to be something quick with some timing on it. 3:02 remaining in the first. Here comes motion. Olivier back to pass once again. Ty's got to step up, but he's not going to be able to.
There's a flag.
He's going to be holding it, we believe, as you see the flag that sits there, and we'll try to pick up.
Personal foul, hands to the face.
Hands to the face.
Ooh, that's a
is going to be
15-yarder.
whistled, and that's going to be a first down.
Personal foul, hands to the face. There you go.
And look, they're you just see this aggressive and strength of that JPG defense as they come battering at you every single step of the way.
Yeah, 71 Stewart was the one. He came to the sideline, and he actually told his coach what, he was trying to get under his shoulder pads and looked like his hand slipped up. So
the football you see rests at the base of the white outline of that T that adorns the middle of the field. First time that we have seen the Lions of Acadiana Christian School make it over midfield. You get a good look right down the line from Olivier in that group. He keeps his man in the backfield. A little bit of motion there, but Olivier is going to keep that and crushing in there. I'm telling you, that defensive line, there's Sawyer Dean again making another play. 72 Kramer is in there.
Yeah, 52 again, which is
Ron Karts.
Yeah, and they are undersized, and they are coming in there, and they are making plays.
They play above their weight class, if you will. Second down, they'll officially give a yard carry to Olivier. One thing, boy, you've got two just so different offenses. This Lions team trying to keep the ball away from the powerful JPG offense. Here comes motion once again. There's 12 out of the backfield. That ball was behind the line, and if he doesn't hang on to it, they're calling it incomplete. But, boy, that was dangerously close to being a backwards pass.
Let's see what the instant replay picked up on there.
I think
we'll go back to BU Designs.
I think it's a little forward. Yeah, it's about a yard forward.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Olivier to Judice there, and he threw it behind him. If he throws it in front of him, that might be a big gainer.
Thank you, BU Design, catching that instant replay for us.
If there are any needs that you have, custom tumblers, T-shirts, all of that, they specialize in 1 to 150 on their things that they're able to make. So give Melissa Gann a shout. Check her out on Facebook.
She likes the occasional pun, too.
Tell her that you heard about it on 446 Sports. Third down and 9. Loving the fan support here for the Guardians.
Yeah,
and that's going to be a false start. Yeah.
I think number one out here. I think Lindcross, moved a little early. Doug, this is about like what we watch on Friday nights. We've got the one team that runs the ball, keeps in tight.
There you go, Nick. You get a good look at that crowd that has made their way. And as Chuck brought up a little earlier, they're all sitting on the one side of it over here. Both cheer squads are there.
Yeah, the cheerleaders been very loud. They've been respectful to each other. This is probably the most I've heard since doing this. As far as we have one parent down there. She may need a throat lobster after this thing.
A little bit of discussion on that one now, and offsides has been whistled against the Guardians, and so it'll make it third now and 4. They are keying so much on Ty Olivier back there. If you've got some sort of misdirection you can get, maybe let him run that play action with the shoulder where it comes down. Ought to have an opportunity to have somebody open. But this pressure of that defense. Here comes motion again. There's a little bit of play action. See that?
Wow.
Well, so much for that. That's just, that was the kind of play that you wanted to run. But
Lane Quivido, what a play.
Let's see if we can look at that again on the replay, Chuck.
There you go.
Watch as he comes in, and it was a perfect play call, but coming up and just read perfectly. You see him come up, fight off the block, and make that tackle. Almost looked like that in that rodeo, the Bulldog. The way he just got up there and rode the runner down.
Yeah, he kept his hands engaged with the receiver, threw the receiver off, made a perfect form tackle for actually, it looks like a 1 yard loss, and now we're 4th and 6.
This defense that is out here for the Guardians has been solid. What does Olivier and that Lions offense have on them? Can they roar here on 4th down and 7? Back to pass is Olivier. He's being pressured. Got to step up.
There's room.
Got to put his head down and run. Sees the first down, and he gets it. And that's just great work by Ty Olivier. A little spring in his step there, and he gets some congratulations and makes his way back in there. But that was all Ty Olivier wanting that first down.
A little BU design instant replay here.
Watch the receiver at the end of the play making the block. You're going to see this block that he makes. Kind of a little, nice little block to get that first down.
Gamesmanship. Gamesmanship.
Had the wings out there, and it worked though. It worked. First down for Acadiana here.
Under a minute remaining here in the first. 6-0. You see that on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Wallace has offices all around this great state. The cheers of Sack That Quarterback resonate through the crowd here, and just can't be fun at the old ball game. Olivier back to pass. He's going to be, and may have gotten just what they asked for. All the way back to the 50-yard line.
Yeah,
is where that one will go.
Riley on that play there, knocked the ball out, and then also number 72, who is Dominic Kramer, was in there for the sack as well.
14-yard loss by the time the dust settles there, and have to get all the way to the 21-yard line for the first, and the ball sits at midfield. If you think there's any more passion out of any other fans, you won't find it here than in ACEL Athletics. There goes a new man in motion, swung out of the backfield, but just, Olivier doesn't have time to do anything.
Yeah, that was Landcross on the catch there, and he's surrounded by defenders there.
That'll do it for the first quarter of play. The Guardians of John Paul the Great Academy lead at 6-0, following a Sawyer Dean 1-yard touchdown run and a PAT that was no good. We'll bring it up at the start of the second quarter when we come back right after this.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
We are back to Tioga High School, home of the ACEL 2023 state championship for 8-man football. Nick, you got one quarter in the books. What do you think about it so far?
It went quick, and it's exciting. And these boys are hitting, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
I saw you counting men on the field out there to see if they had 11. He said, wait a minute, both teams are playing short. No, they play 8-man football here in ACEL Athletics, and it is such an exciting sport. Goes a little bit quicker pace.
Great thing about this one is I don't take my shoes off, Doug, to count.
Wow.
Motion comes to the near side as Judy's. Olivier calls for it. He's back. He's being pressured. Oh. Jumping around, and Judy's had a shot at it.
Yeah, I don't know if Judy's was shielded or because I think if he keeps his run going, he catches that one. That ball was on target. He just stopped his run a little early. And I was also looking 10, that was 29. It was 4th and 29 on that one, if I'm correct.
Yes, it will be from midfield and have to get to the 21-yard line. You see the line to make all the way down here at the 21-yard line. And the ball sits at midfield. We'll see what Olivier's got in store. Empties the backfield. Back to pass. Ty's going to step up and launches this one down the field. And
short.
Crowd wanting a penalty flag there, but the ball was thrown short and both defenders had to stop. But that was good coverage back there by the kicker, Jacques Fontenot.
Yeah. That BU Design Instant Replay picked up on that one.
Acadiana's photographer over there was asking for the flag as well. I think there might have been a little.
Yeah, he had his hand on his shoulder, pulling back a little bit. Oh, well.
We're all human. They're all human. So
they'll get the start from midfield. Yeah, the ball had been spot at the 45. It'll get back to the 50 where it was, right in the heart of the big red T.
Yeah, great
that adorns.
Great field position here.
Just 13 seconds or so into the second quarter, 9:47 to go until halftime, and a timeout is taken. We're going to take it with them. You are watching ACEL 8-man state championship football right here on 446 Sports.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
We are back to the reservation. First down and 10. Sawyer Dean gets his crew and gets under center. Going to come to the near side, banging around and just holding on for dear life. And who else? Ty Olivier hangs on to that one. But that's the only thing that kept Sawyer Dean from his second rushing touchdown.
Yeah, he went through up the right side there, kind of hid behind his lineman, and when he saw the opening, put his right foot in the ground, went left, and Olivier just kept him from the touchdown there, 9-yard gain.
You're inside the huddle. And they don't break. They break from that huddle, but don't spread out very much from there. It's just a tight formation. You'll see that all night. Handoff goes to the first man through.
Yeah, it's Gary on the keeper. I mean, on the little short.
Yeah, handoff goes to Gary. Cameron Gary, the senior, out here. You see him spread through.
I'm sorry, that was Lamont. That was Lamont.
Was it?
Yeah.
Rolling the clock.
So.
Rolling the clock.
Officials up here reminding Chuck to do his job, and he'll do his.
I was just watching with the white hand. I didn't know if he was waving the aircraft or what he was doing out there.
Oh, as I told you before, you can't beat fun at the old ball game here.
Gotta love it.
Proud to bring you over 300 sporting events throughout the year.
There's
that one's going to be offsides, it looks like. Nope, they'll call false start.
Yep.
There you get a look at the white hat of this group. False start penalties have been in abundance here in the first half, and you say that maybe it's jitters, it's whatever, but these two teams are the 1 and 2 seeds, and they're battling for the state championship. You can't have that many.
No, you're right, but I think that one, Acadiana did a shift. They shift a little bit on the front, and I think that just kind of, got JPG to move on that one.
Can be a little
akin
shifty.
to that clap. They don't let you do that at the other levels.
Sometimes a little shifty.
Coming to the near side is Dean. He's looking for room to the outside. Slips out of the tackle of Olivier.
He's got him here, on the 30. Got him marked on the 30 here. He tucked that, and I don't think he ever had in his mind that he was going to pitch that. I think he wanted the edge there from what I could see on that one. And
so you say it was option in theory only?
That's right. That's right.
It was optional.
Sawyer Dean is just going to take this offense on his shoulders as he's done. We saw him last year, and really just goes out there and gets after it. Just a field general, if there ever was one. Goes right up the middle into the heart of that Lions defense, and there is Olivier again.
Olivier on tackle. Number 7, Lamont, with the 4-yard gain there on this. So we're going to go third and a long 3 here, a long 2.5.
Boy, these are two Warriors that play offensively and defensively. Number 4, Ty Olivier for Acadiana Christian School, and number 9, Sawyer Dean. Both seniors and both playing such great football at a high level tonight.
Yeah.
Enough for the first down, and that'll move the sticks following that third down plunge.
Yeah, this is old school. You know, put the ball. This is. I mean,
It's right up your alley.
Yeah,
isn't
if they had enough players, I mean, this would be wing tee, or this would be the option formation here. And still, they just seem so undersized compared to Acadiana's defensive front, but they're getting the job done.
You're just packed in so tight, and there goes Dean again. Sawyer to the near side. Sawyer Dean, 5, touchdown. Sawyer Dean, touchdown, Guardians.
Yeah, 23-yard there. Like I said, it was option play, but he tucked it from the start, turned it upfield, and like I said, 23-yard touchdown. His second touchdown of the night.
I'm going to do my best to save some drama, but watch the BU Designs play here, and Sawyer Dean just break out of that pack.
Weaving his way through those defenders.
Stiff arm, and then goes into the end zone there. And an early candidate for our MVP honors that will be awarded right after that, akin to our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game. Handoff goes to the first man through, and not to be denied on this one. That 2-point conversion is good.
Yeah, Riley.
14-0. The Guardians lead this one.
Yeah, Riley there. He's got one pick. Got one pick tonight. He's got multiple yards rushing the ball, and he's also now has a 2-point conversion.
So you're trying to throw someone else up as a potential for that MVP. I see what you're doing. You just give me that.
Just saying. Not saying, just saying.
So during the year, on our 5 broadcast crews that we have, thanks to our sponsor, Southern Air, who are big sponsors throughout the state. Southern Air actually sponsors a lot of SEC teams as well. So a lot of the SEC teams saw what we were doing and jumped on board with that. But they sponsor our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game, and we'll name one of those and have that posted up tonight, as well as Equivo's Player of the Week and our MVP. And we'll announce that. We'll bring that up on our show tomorrow night that is entitled Coach Speak. You can see that at 5 o'clock right here on 446 Sports.
As well as one of the local television stations here saw what we were doing and said, hey, that's a really cool idea.
Indeed, they did. Speaking of television stations, we'll break a little news here to this crowd.
What?
Don't know that it'll make its way, but I'll break it to you guys since we haven't had a talk. Yeah, Friday, or actually it was Thursday, I guess, get a phone call, and we are in partnership with Fox 48 locally now to start streaming our games on their website as well. So you'll be able to see it from us. You'll be able to see it there, and they're going to start promoing that. So we will be joining up with the folks with Fox 48. That kickoff is squibbed around. JPG's got a chance to climb in and get that one kicked around. And luckily for the Lions, that one bounces out of bounds. And it will remain. You have to have possession in order to let things swap around.
So what am I going to have to do, Doug? A little bit anything different for here?
Nothing at all. We're just going to give them the link, and they're going to embed it themselves.
So that just means I don't get a pay raise.
There you have it. It's all them. That's correct.
Doggone.
Well, I'm curious, and I know this might not interest you two.
It might.
The first kickoff, I'm almost positive Fondo hit it with his right foot, and then that one he hit with his left foot.
Well, I'm going to tell you, there's not many things that slip past you, Nick. So we will get some clarification on that, perhaps.
I will have to see that. That's
bring him up to play soccer for you.
Well, no, but I'm just saying. I mean, what a weapon that is. If you know you can hit him. I mean,
I know.
You go straight at the ball. You can hit to the left with your right foot, or to the right with your left foot.
To the right, to the right, to the
Do
right,
the
to the
hokey
left.
pokey
Yeah.
and
Or as my buddy Scooby-Doo would say.
I'm full of a lot of useless information.
Well, look, that's a good catch. Ty Olivier looks like an offsides. May have no whistle is drawn.
Oh, wow.
But there's that defensive unit look, and Ron Cart's just snatching him up.
Man, this is exciting. I mean, poor number 8 there, Bobby. He almost got his right shoulder taken out of socket when Ron Cart tried to get him off the ground.
Look, I'm telling you, it's you start, and I told you would start seeing these names that you got another senior. This is such a senior-laden team here.
And I tell you what, the motivation is from the parent right in front of us. She is, coaching them on. She is motivating them.
It is apparent. Down a little bit more, Doug. There you go. That one's whistled dead from the beginning.
That's
there she
the
is.
source of almost on cue right there. That's the source of a lot of the great spirit of this team, and visibly frustrated with things there. But you cannot. You
need more cowbell.
You need more fans that are as passionate as that.
Absolutely.
Is what you need. Great work.
We need to get a fan award.
Second down and 18. Olivier switches the H-back from right to left, coming to the near side, and he's just gobbled up back there once again. And I'm telling you, don't sleep on Ron Cart as a possible MVP. He is tackling everything that is snapped.
Yes, for sure. Ole on the carry there, maybe a yard, falling forward.
He reminds me, he would have fit in with that old Chicago Bears defense from years ago, it seems like, with the mud and the face mask and all this. Yes, we're playing on turf, and I get that. But he seems like he would fit right in with the monsters of the Midway.
No teeth, no front teeth.
That's right. The big arm pads and all of that, let him go play. Comes in his linebacker. Here's pressure. He's coming right up the middle.
Oh.
Hey, misses that one. Olivier is able to slip forward. And he's got a chance now. Does tie to the 40, 45 before who else? Sawyer Dean gets him.
23-yard gain there by Olivier.
And needed every bit of it to get there. But Ty Olivier just doing that on his own. And Ron Karch was there, but Olivier says ole to that one.
Hey, Mr. Perkins, I think we have an announcer's jinx there for Ron Karch.
Did I do that?
I think
Absolutely,
you did.
he did.
Maybe we could post a short on. No, I don't want to do that to the young man.
There's a good chance we won't because timeout is taken by the Guardians. We'll take it with them and be right back here watching ACEL 8-Man Football State Championship right here on 446 Sports.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Lock On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Things look a little different. We'll put the glasses on thanks to Wallace Eye Associates. Olivier's got his team first down and 10 following that fantastic run. Back to pass goes Olivier now. Stepping up in the pocket and going downfield. A little bit of a stop route and come back. And nothing doing there. Good coverage back by JPG's number 21. That is
Quibido.
Brylan Garrick, 21 for JPG.
I'm sorry. Yes, you're correct. I'm sorry. I had the wrong team there.
And it just if you're Olivier, I think you got to get that one out a little bit earlier, because the last two that he's tried to go down the field for, his receivers had to stop, and that's not the stop route that you want to throw.
Yeah. Or maybe not so much loft in it.
But he's been under distress a lot too.
Indeed, he has. By my man Ron Karts, who's the middle linebacking there. Back to pass now is Olivier. He's going down the field again. Got a man. Just overshoots the intended receiver.
Yeah, Judice on that one, and he out and up, and he had him beaten, just unfortunately. And of course, Olivier's now had 2 plays where he's had some time, so maybe Acadiana's front has figured out JPG's defensive front.
It looks to me a little bit, because you don't see the backers blitzing on certain plays. They'll lay back and they'll come out. They'll lay back and they'll come from a different side up, trying to confuse that one. The offensive line responded well to it. Got a couple of great guys along that offensive line, certainly led by Everett Higgins, number 44.
It's like the banana split. They're peeling the peels, and it's like the defenders are going all the way around the outside, and he's staying on the middle there.
5:04 to go here until halftime. Back to pass now, rolling. He's scrambling. Going to be slung down under a whole host of players. But that was the first man there, number 7 for JPG.
Yeah, Lamont, he's definitely.
That's Riley Lorman.
Lorman, yeah, he's definitely.
Lorman had the pick earlier in the game.
Yes, and he had 2-point conversion, so he's definitely in the running as well. I think there, Olivier, just you throw that out of bounds and just live to fight another down there. Now you're not punting from.
I like that.
From 4th and 20.
Instead of living to fight another day, you're living to fight another down. I like that.
Gotcha.
Nobody back deep to receive.
Oh, here we go.
Now they're rushing somebody back there. Why not? Who else? And that punt is going to check up and bounce around. And
they're letting it.
And it will sit right there at the 45-yard line. Yeah, and that is where JPG will take over. First down and 10. 4:08 to go until halftime.
Yeah, down by a line car there. So banana split. Do you think people in this audience or the players would know what a banana split is?
I don't know. I think it's a dying art. I don't think very many people go to Dairy Queen anymore.
Well, we go to Dairy Queen, but we go through it. The blizzards and the blasts. The shakes. But
told you I grew up in the Tioga area, which is where we are.
Yes.
First job was at the Dairy Queen in Ball. Now that you mention it, 15 years old, worked for the Dairy Queen and the Taco Bell. Now not the same Taco Bell, clearly the same Dairy Queen, but still wonderful food that is there. That first down carry goes about 5 yards, maybe give him 6, gets it inside of Lions territory.
Yeah, Lamont there on the carry gets, like I said, 6 yards there. Doug, I would be able to get from my house in Ball, the first house Marlene and I purchased, to Dairy Queen, 2 blizzards, and back in less than 5 minutes.
Wow.
Service and all.
Get there. What if somebody's in line?
Hey, just whenever you go 9 o'clock, 8:45, 9 o'clock for a snack, for dessert.
9 o'clock, it's not a snack.
Hey, there's a reason why. There's a reason why I'm my size.
Fat boys, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Snack time
1
is snack
o'clock,
time.
That's right.
3:48 to go until halftime. Pitch back.
Lamont here. Strung out well.
Good work by that Lions defense.
Yeah. Noah Landcraw there on the stringing them out.
Riley Lorman with the carry again. That was kind of a pitch, if you will, just an option type toss.
There's your BU Design instant replay.
There you go. You'll watch it again as Lorman trying to get to the corner, unable to do so, as that Lions defense just ran east and west well.
Yeah, strung it out really well. Still a 5-yard gain, though.
Y'all remember the Baskin Robbins that was here?
I do. I remember the helmets I used to get with a Sunday in it. That was the best part after Dixie Youth baseball games.
Sawyer Dean back under center. He's going to take this one himself, but he is met right there as he tries to cut it back up. There was none of that happening.
Yeah, big 44 there. Everett, you talked about him on the offensive line. Higgins on the defensive line there, playing both ways. You know, stopped him there for no gain.
Or if you are the Lions, you have got to get out of this half without giving up another touchdown.
Oh, no, they're just taking a knee to wait for the team to come up. Okay.
Yep, they just know that Sawyer Dean and company on that John Paul the Great Academy defense or offense takes their time.
There's some music out there playing.
Under 3 minutes to go, and Sawyer Dean's going to take that around the corner. Slips through, spins, hits a circle button, and is down outside the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at the 31.
Had the wash cycle on.
Pick up another first down as they wave the chains on down.
Yeah, Olivier on the tackle there. Boy, that was a big tackle as well, because he was almost a pay dirt with that one if he'd have got the edge. 250, Doug?
Timeout taken with 2:50 remaining until halftime. Look like the Lions are whistled for that timeout. Want to think about things here, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back. You're watching ACEL 8-Man Football Championship right here on 446 Sports.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
A little bit of breaking news there is friend star Matthew Perry found dead at age 54. So that's tragic there. And I think a lot of us our age grew up with all of that. 54 years old.
It was right after Friends that we would have run to the Dairy Queen because that was one of our favorite shows when we got married.
2:47 to go until halftime. First down and 10.
Oh, here we Lamont there.
Yeah, there goes Lorman. He's going to walk into the end zone there and says, "Wait a minute, don't pass out. But let me dance a little bit for you one time."
31-yard touchdown. What's the thing? Anything you can do, I can do better.
Indeed.
There was a walk-up song I had for a softball player for that.
Yeah, that Friends reference. I wasn't a big ER fan, and Marlene was. So after Friends, I would run to Dairy Queen. She'd watch ER, and then I'd come back.
All right.
Great work now, and you'll see this group line up and go for two. Somewhere along the way, there they are. They're going to end up right here. I promise you that.
I'm going to say this one goes to Gary. I'm going to say this one goes to 25, Doug. What you think?
Well, I don't see why not. And it does. Into the end zone. 2-point try is good.
Here's the instant replay of that first score.
Watch, go back and look at this one. He fights through that line, and Lorman just says, "You know what? I'm off into the races." And such great work by JPG. Riley Lorman, we told you to keep an eye out for him, and he has been all of that. 2:35 remaining until halftime. You see that? Yeah, 2:35 remaining here until halftime. 22-0 in this one.
On our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard at the top of your screen.
Big thanks to the folks at Wallace Eye Associates.
Helps Doug out a lot.
Indeed. Mainly with employment for my wife, glasses for my face, and sponsorship for theirs. So
a lot.
Indeed.
Helps us all out a lot, actually.
Absolutely. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, you're going to have entertainment by both of the schools tonight, I believe. So we'll leave the camera on, leave you a little ambiance, and let you listen to watch the sights and sounds of halftime. We'll come back with some stats. We know that the folks over there at JPG have been keeping those, and we should get some of those here at halftime. Watch for another one of those squib kicks to come.
Right foot that time.
And
nicely done. Just brought it into his chest and went in and just laid right on down with it there. That's
23 or 28.
I thought it looked like 38.
No, 28, Brandon Ivy.
Brandon Ivy, yeah. Senior. That was a great play, and I guess I was correct.
Well,
so he's kicking on both feet.
He's ambidextrous. Is that what he is? 2:31 to go here until halftime. It has been all John Paul the Great Academy in this one. Coach Barrett Richard and his Guardians looking to take home another state championship.
And he is more than 2 foot tall.
2:31, we said, 22-0 in this one. And back into the shotgun is Olivier. Needs to get that group going. Here comes pressure. Olivier looking down the field.
And collapses on him.
And wow, that pocket just stopped. Thought he was going to let go of it.
Yeah, it's 72.
Good camera work there, Doug.
71 and 72. They're giving each other a little fist bump there and says, hey, I'll meet you back at the quarterback again.
And Kramer there.
6 yards sack. 5 officially. Second down and 15. This ball rests at the 40-yard line.
He's going to look back and see that he had an out and up that was wide open, but I just don't think he had enough time to get on this side. I just don't think he had enough time to get it off.
If you're watching this live, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us here, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're watching this on the way home, what a ball game this was. Yeah. Good pressure again, pocket collapsing.
Goodness.
And that's going to be back-to-back sacks.
We had a legal motion over here on the wide receiver, but with it being a sack, it'll be declined. Wasn't a false start; it was a legal motion, or illegal shift, I guess.
Illegal shift,
replay.
if that's the call.
Well, you
have a guy right here on the bottom, right by the 40.
Get your marker off my screen there.
Waiting for the official word, but again, we believe it'll be declined following that sack.
They're
waving the flag off.
Interesting.
Flags being waved off.
Really insignificant on that one as a result of it was the sack. But look, that's 2 back-to-back plays by the 9th grader. Did I say the freshman?
Wow.
Number 71, Maximus Stewart.
Yep,
I like that name, Maximus.
There, you see him right there, hunkered down across from the center.
Can't help but transform throughout these high school years.
You see what he did there. That one is launched down the field, looking for a one-handed grab, but not quite there.
Yeah, they're going to look back and see a few plays, and this game could easily be 22 to 21 right now. But
Judy's had a shot at it, and he's telling the official, says, wait a minute, that's number 2. That was Lane Abear saying, look, they held me just a little bit when I was heading down that way. Clock stops with 1:20 to go. 4th down again. And the one thing you can ill afford is for the Guardians to punch something in here again right before the half. Now, this 4th down and long, but from here, nobody back to receive, but it wouldn't shock me to see Olivier quick kick this thing.
That would be interesting.
With nobody back deep, now they'll call a timeout here. We'll take it with them. Be back in 30 seconds. You're watching state championship football and ACEL athletics here on 446 Sports.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
And a big shout out to all of those folks that are following along and commenting. We invite you to do that on our YouTube page. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. We see Candace Armstrong is there. The Gatlinburg All-American Bowl is in there watching. Duff Nichols, Belle Bro, Martha Abear is watching. She wants to see the cheerleaders at halftime, and I got to believe that's coming up as well. 4th down. Back to pass is Olivier. Boy, you can ill afford to turn that ball over or get a sack right here, and man, oh man.
Yeah, everybody covered there, Doug. I'm watching down the field, and I mean they were covered. There was nothing there.
Well, so the concern there is that you're not looking for 3 or 4 yards, so you can't have that quick hitter. That means your offensive line is going to have to hold up along that way to get that 20 or so, 30 yards down the field.
Yeah.
And not seeing it.
Unfortunately, they just saw it again with the instant replay in the BU design.
Indeed. And so the battle that's going on here for this state championship is being controlled. The battle for the MVP, Sawyer Dean and Lormond are battling for that. Riley Lormond, as well as Ron Kartz.
Lormond with the carry here for.
And they're not going to let him get away, saying that he was down prior to the ball coming out.
Yeah, number 7, Caleb Broussard, holding on there, trying to keep him to a short gain, and then very end he fell forward for about 3 yards.
It's about the 22. They're going to spot it. Yep.
Clock runs here. Under 60 seconds remaining. 2nd down and 8. So actually a 2-yard carry.
Ron Kartz is your right guard, Doug. For the.
Of course he is.
Or
Dude is everywhere.
Or would that be considered the?
Raise your arm up again. Right guard.
No, right tackle is where he's at.
Okay.
Handoff comes to the back, and that is Riley making his way down to the 14. Need to get a timeout here. And they quickly do. The Guardians will keep it right here. Tell you, coming up at halftime, we believe we're going to have performances by both cheer squads out there. So stick around. We'll cover all of that as well. We'll have the sights and sounds of halftime coming up. Look, I'm telling you, this, Nick, is your first experience into the foray of the ACEL Athletics family. But I'm telling you, as quickly as you got hooked on high school football, I think the ACEL folks are getting to you.
Yeah, this is very impressive. It's a lot of fun to watch. Unfortunately for Acadiana, they're losing right now, and they have guys that hadn't come off the field, and I know it's wearing on them thin, but we'll have a second half to go through, and it looks like these guys are gonna come out and battle.
I'm gonna tell you too, when we all get back together again with all the whole ACEL crew, because usually we have volleyball here at the same time, and then we have to run over set up real quick for football. We'll have Miss Sandy Merrow here also whenever we get around to soccer and baseball and softball. Go ahead, Doug.
Can I tell you, it was great not having to break down and set up and come over here today, though.
Absolutely.
Handoff is going to go to Gary up the middle. He says, wait a minute, y'all weren't talking about me. I want to get involved in this. Timeout is there. They'll roll the clock here.
Yeah, they stopped the clock for the first down.
Just momentarily. Yeah. Quickly now hustling to the line, and I haven't said that before for this Guardians team, but they hurriedly get to the line looking to push in another touchdown. Sawyer Dean under center. He's going to roll back out. Cuts back to the inside, spins around. That one is going to get him inside the 1, but looks like there may be a holding, and it is holding against John Paul, the Great Academy, so that one's going to come back. Don't forget, if you're following along on our YouTube channel, go up there and leave us a comment. Like it if you will, even if you don't. But we'd at least love you to hit the like button.
They better get on the ball, Doug, because they're about to wind the clock, aren't they? Yep, here we go.
Indeed, they do. So this may be the final play.
This should be
down 9 and 8, going to the face of that big scoreboard. There's going to be a false start again, and.
Do they have a? That was one pass play they were going to throw. It was going to be the first pass play of the game for them. So,
will they wind the clock once it's set again on this one?
Yes,
because it was a live ball action.
Unless they called it. Did they call a timeout? No.
Hurrying to the line, we'll stay wide on this shot because you know that this JPG team has to take a shot at the end zone here. Back to pass. Spun around, going now into the end zone. At the buzzer, incomplete, no good. And what a spirited first half it was. 22-0. John Paul the Great Academy. Head coach Barrett Richard and that crew is in there, leading 22-0.
Lamont is down.
And Riley Lormond still down in the end zone. Going to step away and take a break. When we come back, we'll give you the sights. It's actually, Chuck, let's stay here, as it looks like the cheerleaders are making their way out onto the field right now. So we'll stay there on them, leave the ambiance mic up, and we'll let it go. It is halftime here at the ACEL 8-man state championships.
Y'all welcome John Paul the Great Academy cheerleaders to the field. We would like to thank them for their support of the Guardians this season. Now, for your halftime entertainment, we present the Acadiana Christian School Lionettes Jazz Team. Ladies, your music is on.
Turning up to what the level is. Time ticking on my watch. God's grace is like medicine. Now I'm on a mission of reaching my neighbor and back to my city. And that is the work that is finally your vision. I'm catching the net for the people who listen. And I gotta get it. Speaking of business, showing them off the path. I'm passing the gate. Bringing the hope to the hopeless. Hoping to get it. Bringing the light to the street. Knowing they miss it. I'm a city. Battle, I'm taking these shots. I think I miss. Surrendered to Christ. Gave him my life. Covered the good. Leading a generation. Back to the Father. I'm gonna do this till I die. I know what permanent is. Yeah. And this one for the soul.
Y'all give it up for both spirit groups. You got plenty of time to go down and support the concession stand, grab you some snacks and a cold drink. We'll be back shortly for the second half of tonight's game.
All right, we're going to leave it here. We will let you, we'll take a quick break and step away. But, yeah, good. You see it cheering on the ACS cheer and jazz team that's on there. Big shout-out to some others that are out there. The Pizza Planet Claus Caleb from Franklin is watching us. 10 is watching. Lane Hayes is watching. Bell Bro, we said. Jennifer Gidry, Duff Nichols. A lot of folks that are in there and chiming in while you're there. We remind you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up on everything we do. It doesn't cost you a nickel to do that. Hit the notification bell, and you will be alerted every time we go live with ACEL Championship Sports. Guys, don't go anywhere. Got a second half coming along here in about 10 minutes. We'll see you back in just a bit. You are watching ACEL 8-man championship, state championship football right here on 446 Sports.
Show me what it's like to dream. Hey, go to the best. Hey, say with the chest. Hey, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' ride, we gon' shine. I need you to fight with me. I know you're my therapy. I know where we fight. It's just to know we try. I drops. How do I start it off? Pulling all these hours, trying to keep it all good. I got way too many thoughts. Running these expectations got me feeling stuck. Like, think I feel it all the time. Did I really miss my prime? I don't know how to cook when I'm low, but I know that you close, that you close. I've been away, yeah, losing my faith, yeah. I'm on the lane, trying to find grace, yeah, for my mistakes, and I need a break. I need a break. Yeah, wake up to the middle. I need you to fight for me when I don't know what I believe. Why does everybody leave? Show me what it's like to dream. Hey, go to the best. Hey, say with the chest. Hey, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' ride, we gon' shine. I need you to fight for me. I know you're my baby. I know where we fight. It's just a little we try. Say you gon' fight, you ain't try, you don't lie, right? Turn up proud, go at line, you don't find time. Yeah, we don't get, pick me up before we forget. I'm strong, yeah, put me on, yeah. Wasn't in my right mind. Reach out for me like a lifeline. I've been with you so long, it feel like a lifetime. So connected to you, I could be your Wi-Fi. Always a fight, left or right, I'm just a right. I might wake up till too late. Lose my faith, I lose my life. I been lost and feeling low. Don't make it home. Look at me in the mirror. When you fight, I need you to fight for me. When I don't know what I believe. Why does everybody leave? Show me what it's like to dream. Hey, go, you the best. Hey, say with the chest. Hey, wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' rise, we gon' shine. I need you to fight for me. I know you're my therapy. Wave them high, side to side. Let them know we gon' rise, we gon' shine. I need you to fight for me. I know you're my therapy. I know where we fight. It's just to know we try. I need you to fight for me.
Yeah. 116. 13 letters. What we gonna do right now is take a brief look at the letter that Paul wrote to the Philippians. Take a look at what he said to them and how we can apply it to our own lives. Let's get it. Yes, yes, yes. Listen to this exposition. Paul wrote the Philippians, so let's just reading it out. But it's real good text for Christians. Read it closely. Hope we can catch the vision. Chapter 1 tells him he's blessed to get him. Co-laboring with him and serve the best who's risen. And he's counted the Lord will perfect in Christians. What he started and hard to be corrected in him. Listen, he was in prison now, and he never can now. But all he can think about was the gospel getting out. Songs even preaching Christ for selfish motives. Coming in power without he shrugged his shoulders. His focus was Christ and Messiah, man. And for him to live Christ and to die was gain. And he was hard pressed to remain in the flesh. It's more necessary. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Chapter 2, let's examine 5 through 11. The blessed Lamb who resided in the heavens and forget the wealth and emptied Himself. He came as a man and He died for the brethren. Ultimate obedience, He died on the cross. And through His humility, Christ was exalted. Glory to the Father, now we should have that same attitude Christ Jesus had. You know the most swear, work out your salvation. The Father works in us in this process of saving. Avoid disputing, prove yourself blameless. Children of God in the first generation. Cling to the Bible, humility is vital. We see it in the lives of Paul and his disciples. Serving Him like a father, some fellow soldiers. Let us rejoice, unite, and rep Jehovah. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Chapter 3, rejoice in the Lord we serve. Don't forget about the flesh, we nothing more than dirt. Look at the one can brag about their status, it was power, but to him it was trash that He counted it as loss on the sake of Christ, cause He gave us slave. Not through anything we did, but through faith in Christ. Yeah, we righteous in the eyes of the Lord is blessing. Give forward to accept Him, His resurrection. Brethren, I don't claim to entertain perfections. What He says was written to our lives ahead. It encouraged the Philippians in light of what He said. Not to walk in the flesh, cause they walk is dead. But we citizens of heaven, who we get it wait for. The one that we rest in, Jesus our Savior. Thanks to the Lord, and He will surely transform our bodies in future glory. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Chapter 4, He closes encouraging with words. The unity and harmony for those within the church. Rejoice in the Lord, grow our hopes in Him first. That our faith and our problems we know to reverse. Embrace the peace of God, don't get bet on that. Whatever is good, let your minds well on that. Then He thanks the beginning for their gifts and concern. But no matter what, if we content, He will learn. Yes, He was sure that He can do our things. Being strength, He can do our things. But He told them they can well sharing through our pain. And make sure they knew we wouldn't try to get more change. Gotta supply all they needs and hope they might see us. According to His riches and glory in Christ Jesus. The truth of Philippians, I hope it hits you. May the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ be with you. Hope you like what you heard when we rapping these verses. Don't get it twisted with the scratching the surface. There's more to be learned when this rap is saying. So read it, live and learn it like the back of your hand. Yeah, our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Our life is nothing but Christ is all. So conduct yourselves worthy of His righteous call. Speaking of the oldies, my verse is more like Noah. Then hustle, then and go out.
And we are back to Tioga High School. It is the reservation here, Tioga, Louisiana, home for the ACEL 8-man state championship. And one of the things, guys, to start keeping your eyes on, 30 points is the margin of victory that gets you into a running clock situation. If the clock starts running too, you can't come out of it if you dip down below the 30-point mark either.
Yeah, Acadiana, that was a good stop they had at the end of the first half to keep within 3 scores, and maybe coming out of this they'll have a defensive stop and we'll get this thing going in the right direction for them. Actually, they're receiving, aren't they? I'm sorry,
yes.
They're receiving.
Now you see some of the support staff here, the coaches from Tioga sitting down there just hanging out, and look like Coach Muda that's down there. Is that who I see?
I think so. That dark hat, white shirt. Yes, indeed.
There you have it.
A young man with an LCU shirt on that he was actually in the concession stand line who's sitting by Coach Muda. I don't know what his name is, but
I wonder if that is Easy Chrisman there. EC, we call him.
Well, what a catch he made today in that
look at
LCU
that.
game. Well, it didn't go 10 yards, so
wow.
that's going to go back over to JPG.
Goodness.
And the official holds the flag, waves and tosses it. We got it about 8 yards from the kick, and so that's where it was touched. It's going to be illegal touching will actually be the call that is on there. We'll move in and get the...
They could make them kick it again, right?
I wouldn't do it.
well, I will say that I've never seen an onside kick like that. That was creative and almost worked. Actually would have worked if he would have let it, because JPG didn't. They had nobody close.
And that will be first down from the 48-yard line where the ball was touched. And again, 2 10-minute quarters remaining, but a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away. So ACS has got to batten down. They don't want to get this thing into a running clock situation by any means. Sawyer gets to the outside, cuts back in. Now he's coming all the way across the field. And my goodness, that young man making folks come back and get him. And what work by Sawyer Dean, and he looks like he fell on that ankle a little bit, but what's the odds that he's not going to come out of that game because of an ankle?
Yeah, Noah Langfar on the tackle there, tracked him down with the help of Jonas Peltier there to get him to the ground.
See him running around that side on this BU Designs instant replay.
Yeah.
Coming back across the field.
A lot like Peabody's running back last night.
My goodness.
The way he weaved to get free.
That number 5 was a beast, I'm telling you.
Again, a lot of folks watching there on our YouTube channel. They watch it again on the replay. That looked like a false start. The ball was dropped, though. And quickly firing in is a defensive line, but it looked like they moved a little bit, and boy, Sawyer is really favoring that. I guess that's his right ankle, as Gary brings him over to the sideline and says, hey, hang on, come on off for a play.
Yeah, it's 64 for Acadiana, and we don't have him on the roster. I don't see a 64. He's made a lot of plays in the backfield.
Looks like going in there perhaps at quarterback now to take the spot will be
number 12.
That's going to be Daniel Chapanche. Easy for me to say. That was one of the biggest ovations in the pregame, as when our PA announcer, Coach Pace, announced that name correctly. The coaches and the fans went crazy.
Awesome. And
Look,
guess what? She's not even from Louisiana, self-proclaimed.
Look, let me tell you, day one of announcer school, they say, go get pronunciations of names, because you don't want, look, if you think anybody's not listening to it, Grandma or Grandpa is going to call you up and let you know if you have that wrong. Timeout was taken by JPG, and I think it may be just enough to get a little bit more rest for Sawyer Dean. Get a look at the JPG cheerleaders, we believe.
Yep.
Yeah, and Doug, our boy 52 is in it at the running back position now for
Ron
JPG.
Karts.
Ron Karts. So, he might, if he gets a few carries and bust one, we might have a three-man.
The run is on. Tightly in there is Shapanche.
I have a feeling, though, he's just going to be a blocker.
Gary's going to get it. And running around, spinning around.
Yeah, Olivier on the tackle there with the help of Higgins, two names we've been calling all night as well on both sides of the ball.
BU Design instant replay on that.
They are able to take a look at that play as it just gathers some yards. Third down now and 11. You got to get to the 5-yard line for the first down. Ooh. Right up the middle it goes, and a vastly different offense without their quarterback.
Yeah, we've got a Acadiana player down. It looks like he, on the tackle, he put his arm out there. It looks like 38, Jude Wilder. But, Doug, we are also missing from JPG number 7. He's on the sideline, too. Doesn't look like he's come back. That's, come on, he doesn't look like he's come back from the cramps he had at the end of the first half.
Which is what led to Ron Karts being in the backfield.
That's it, Doug. So, totally different.
Handoff going to be to Gary to this side, banging around inside the 5 for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal. Boy, they have marked it close right on the 5. That's going to be very close.
Acadiana's pointing the other way. I think
they are.
They're
going to measure this one. It's got to get to the 5. No, it's got to get just past the 5.
That's it. First down, Acadiana. Turnover on down.
They did that. Yeah, you see the switch. Well, I mean,
there's your BU Designs instant replay on it.
And watch how they just the hard work of that ACS defense that just came in there, comes up and makes the stop. Great work by those guys. Thought the momentum had him carried over the line, but they marked it just shy. Nose of the football on the 5-yard line. You see where it's at. Well, you used to. Way to go.
And now we're talking about on defense, Doug. We're also talking about without Dean on defense and without Lamont on defense. I mean, this becomes.
Here's your chance for ACS to get back in this thing. And you're looking on the sideline there. You see some of those guys you were just talking about. There's Sawyer Dean. Lormond is there. And Shapanche all on the bench.
And I'm sorry, Lormond. I keep botching your last name, but
they're over on the side.
Oh, here he goes. He's back
in
now. He's back in.
Whitehead's
back in now.
On the far side at the 5-yard line talking to.
Well, they're looking at where the chain is to see if they can get that. We'll get over there and get a look at what's going on on the sticks.
Yeah, I don't think it really has anything to do with the last play. I think it's just when they went to adjust them.
And they'll come over and look at the other chain. And
there might have been a few wraps around the pole to, as Subway used to say, that foot long might have been 11.5 inches.
Well, they won't use our video to look at it.
You're right.
I can assure you that.
But that's, when you use somebody else's equipment, you got to make sure.
There's an opportunity for that ACS offense. They've got a lot of fans watching it to crawl back in. Olivier tries to get around the corner, and he's going to barrel his way for a first down.
Yeah, 12-yard gain there on the keeper.
Anytime you can get out of the shadow of your own end zone, too, that's a big, big play. So following that fourth down stop and turnover on downs.
He carried Brylan Carrick for about 5 yards on his back.
Look, that you don't look inside the game. You don't realize how big of a play that was, keeping that clock from running. If they don't come across and stop the run that was a little bit earlier.
Lorman's off the field again.
Olivier got a long way to go to get that first touchdown. He's back to pass. Coming our way, got a man. And it is complete. Trying to run out of this one. Slung down out of bounds. But big work there.
Yeah, it was 37, 38-yard completion there to Judice from Olivier. And, boy, they've got the momentum now. And then you had
and it started with that defensive stop on fourth down, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and Brylan Carrick brought Judice down at the 41-yard line.
What a big, big play that stop was.
See that on the instant replay, that turnaround, just basket catch it right in his arms there.
Quickly back to live action we go. First down and 10 from the 41-yard line. Olivier calls for it. Fakes the pass. Now he's going to come this way and banging around. Good work defensively. Look, there's our boy Ron Karts again.
Yeah, Ron Karts on the tackle there.
Also the kicker that's in there
with Fontenot.
is Fontenot.
Yeah, Ron Karts and Fontenot on the play there.
Stretching that hamstring out, number 71.
Still 4 yards on that carry.
A lot of football to go here, too. Second down and 6, maybe a long 6, short 7.
So it looks like Dean must have been cramping as well because they're trying to. So Dean and Lorman out with cramps right now.
Looking at the back judge, hand goes up. That lets you know there's 10 seconds to go. Back to pass. Big pressure coming in and going to go down. Great work.
Yeah, the sack there by number 8. Bobby Odnet, and just, came right through. You know, I really thought that Judice was open on that crossing route, but
you got a safety, a backer coming straight in at you like that. You know that his eyes were there. Third down and long, 5.5 to go.
You design instant replay there, so it can just charge him right through. Yep.
Yeah. The one thing I'd like to see that back judge do maybe is hold his hand up a little longer.
Yeah, keep it up.
There.
That's right.
Because it goes up, and if you're not looking at it right then,
that's right,
and don't see it, I'd like to see it stay up in the air just a little bit longer. I think you and I both noticed at that time.
Yeah.
It's in, and it comes down. It was up a couple seconds, but if you don't see
that was not 10 seconds.
No, from the time he let that hand down. From the time the hand went down, it didn't look like it.
Wow, and that's a big play there. Is it 5?
Yeah, yep. And both teams now are having to deal with this, and they have been all game long. But I'm telling you, if you don't see it right then.
Yeah.
He does have those pink wristbands on, which makes it more visible. But yeah,
you're right. Sure. But
still
that's a tough place to be for a back judge, having to keep that time. Because you're having to watch for what you're watching for and your watch as well.
Yeah, but at Acadiana, they shift and everything else, so the quarterback's looking different.
Back to passes, Olivier. Quick slant intended for Judice. Not going to have it, but that's the play that's going to get you there a long way.
Yeah, he's on the inside shoulder, that DB there. He catches that one. That might be 6. And the DB would have been picked off by the umpire as well. Tough play there.
See Sawyer Dean stretching out the quads, getting his helmet. He looks like he's ready to come back in there, and he will come in defensively.
And Lorman's in as well. He just came back on the same play.
So good to see Sawyer make his way back in. He was injured on that big run that he had earlier. And he's in for this fourth down. Now ACS has to go for it, of course. Motion comes around.
Two moving.
A lot of movement there, and that's going to be motion procedure, whatever you want to call it there, against.
Illegal procedure, possibly.
Yeah, they just lost all the momentum they had gained, guys.
I mean, you had it first down and 10 from the 41, and now you will be back at your own 43 when this fourth down is snapped.
False start.
Okay.
A couple of men moving at the same time, and that'll get you.
I think if they give out rings for the state championship, that mama,
she needs one.
That mama should
absolutely.
get a ring.
She's ringing loud.
Yeah.
Huh?
I agree with that. Fourth down and a long way to go. Here comes pressure up the middle. Olivier's got a step. He's going down the field. Just out of the hands. And that's going to be a turnover on down. So after that big stop down deep in their own territory.
There's this play on BU Design's instant replay.
Yeah, that was Brylan Garrick on the coverage there, and the ball's a little overthrown.
One of the better throws we've seen. He's thrown a couple short, and so he puts a little extra in that to make sure that he got it down the field and just past the arms of his outstretched receiver. 4:52 to go, third quarter of play, 22-0. That was our halftime deficit.
And they're keeping Daniel as quarterback, and which is probably a good. Still have a 22-point lead, so it's probably a good call. And they also brought Lorman out as well. So Dean and Lorman both out still.
Saw Sawyer just in on the one play defensively. A lot of false starts in this game tonight, which has been surprising at championship level.
And it's different, I guess, just not having that play clock. I don't know. But it shouldn't be a false start, but they just seem a little bit off for some reason.
Seem to be that way. And they're just, it appears to me that offense is so aggressively running into their blocks because they bunch in and go that if you just have one of them out, because everybody's there, it's so easy to see.
Gary on the carry there. Looks like he might be hurt now.
Yep, another ankle. They can ill afford to have any more running backs. You may see Ron Carter. Now, 21 is going to make his way in now.
Yeah, that's Brylan Garrick.
Brylan Garrick. Right.
And then
solid linebacker for the squad.
Number 1, Noah Langlois, was the one who put the hit on Gary on that one.
In a quarterback, again, where he's been since the injury, is number 12 for the Guardians, Daniel Chapanche.
I said Daniel earlier.
Daniel Chapanche. To the near side, running around. That's 21.
Pushing the pile.
And who's helping push the pile?
Goodness, of course it's Ron Carter. Sure it is. What great work by 52 tonight. Look, there's coming back into the game is number 7, Riley Lorman.
No, he's
just coming around to tell him good job, and he turns around and comes back off of there.
You know, and Braylon Garrick was the one that was on Judy's on the long pass play.
Right.
So, I mean, him with the 15-yard game.
You got to give the ball to 52 one time in here.
Oh,
they tried. What he tried. See, that's why you don't got to give the ball to the bit. 2 for 2 on announcer jinxes tonight. It is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
Oh, but that's just going to be in the books as a carry is all that's going to be.
Well, it went for carry for Daniel, number 12. He picked it up. It's a one carry. It was a carry for no gain.
Carry for no gain. Yeah, you can stat that one. Second down and 10 from the 30-yard line. 3 minutes 10 seconds to go. Third quarter of play. False start is going to be there again, and that's going to be whistled on the right tackle. Number 74, Peter Kramer, that had that one.
Ooh, we got
an answer to that. Now we're talking.
Tell you what, we've got a competitor over here on the Acadiana side now.
Look, I don't know of a better way to spend your Saturday night than being part of the ACEL Athletics family.
It's been fun.
I could be in the warehouse at BU Designs. Oh, look at him go. That's Riley Lorman. getting through there and gets the first down.
15-yard gain there for the first down. Boy, he snuck in on us. I guess we were too focused on the competing fan bases.
Great work by those two, Lormond and Dean tonight, of course. And then you throw in the work that Shapanche has done coming in relief of Sawyer Dean. Ball on the ground once again, but picked up there. I think that they've been able to come out of there. That's Ron Karts with a recovered fumble, is what that is.
Let's see if that instant replay picked that up.
52, John Roncarts picked up the ball.
Yep.
There you go. Great work in production by my man Chuck Perkins.
3-yard gain there for Ron Karts, and the fan said 52. I like what you do.
Nice.
Snap is back. Handoff goes to Lormond. He's hit by Olivier.
They're holding on to that belt area of him.
Gonna be 1 yard short there.
Ty just a big, strong player, but there's too much offense and it getting worn down in this one. Shapanche makes his way back in, and they give that signal. He runs as soon as the quarterback's done with it. He gets on over to the coach, gets the play, and gets back in there.
And their legs never stop. These runners, their legs never stop. They're pumping.
Deep inside of this one, 3rd down and a yard. Handoff is there. That's Lormond into the end zone. Touchdown, Riley Lormond. Touchdown, JPG Guardians.
Yeah, 6-yard touchdown there off the right side. Just
there's your BU design instant replay of it.
2 kick out block there by the tackle, and then a fullback Ron Karts inside block, and he runs right through, and now he's limping again, cramping again.
2-point conversion is pretty crucial if you're on either side of it. The 30-point margin will get it into the running clock portion, and you've got to stave that off if you are the Lions of ACS. Shapanche dips down low under center. Is going to hand the ball off to the near side, and that's into the end zone and off the right side, and that gets to the 30-point margin.
Yeah, that's Brylan Garrick on the 2-point conversion there.
And based on what we heard earlier, that should be the points that gets it to the running clock, and it is. And so, and now just a word to explain that to you too. That runs the clock through it. You'll see it stopped on, I believe, touchdowns perhaps, or a timeout. But it'll speed the rest of it through, and the officials are working on getting that worked out. And no matter if ACS were to run this one back to the house and get it back to 22 or 23 or whatever it is, once you're there, it doesn't come back. And so, as tough of a challenge as it was for ACS to come back in this one, it is certainly that way with the running clock here. But this is a game that has been all JPG. The Guardians from start to finish have just been as solid as you could imagine. Looking to add another state championship on there. And don't forget, we've got our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game that you'll see tomorrow. You'll see our Quibitos Player of the Week that's out there that we have. We'll just a couple of things that we'll add. But tonight, before we're out of here, we're going to name our 446 Sports State Championship MVP. And I'm telling you what, things tightened up a little bit.
Yes, it did.
On that. We've got several candidates. It'll be voted on here by the working media. That's what they say. I think that's us.
I guess so. Sounds reasonable.
And we'll just have our PA announcer make that announcement over there when she's doing everything, and that'll be able to add off. That's a big lick to this near side.
We'll instant replay that.
Number 73. What a lick.
Watch that on your BU Designs instant replay. There's that squib to the near side is here, but watch this lick that's coming up. Goodness gracious, that was
Jock Odenay on that one.
Jock Odenay comes up and makes that play.
She's a poet and didn't know it, I'm telling you.
We're gonna. The JPG fans know it well. We've got to believe that. Great fun here. Little end around fake there. Screen is
play.
set up, and
Wow.
it's beautifully done. Oh my.
Oh, my.
And still on his feet, though, banging around. Finally driven out of bounds. That is number 8 for JPG. But Bobby Odene, but on that carry that time. We'll talk about it when we come out of the break. We'll let you see the replay when we do that. But right now, we're going to wrap things up for the third quarter. We'll see you in the fourth. You're watching ACEL State Championship football on 446 Sports.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Well, just during the break, we saw the Guardians cheerleader. We saw the cheerleaders here that were doing the cheer for their crowd, and now they've stopped that, so we just missed that. But let's go back and look at that instant replay just a minute ago. Chuck, we'll bring that up and watch Osborne just take this big hit from Ron Kurtz. And I mean, he puts the hit onto Ron Kurtz, does Osborne, who was definitely giving up a lot of weight on that one, but coming in and finishing things off was number 8, Bobby Odene. But what work by Osborne.
Yeah, we've heard Odene's name a lot tonight as well.
Don't forget, coming up at the end of the game, we will bring you the post-game show. Where they will announce of course, they'll award the state runners-up, state champion trophies, and then we'll announce our 446 Sports MVP. They'll do the all-state honors, and you'll name your ACEL 2023 Player of the Year and Coach of the Year.
Different look by them. Oh, never mind.
Second down and 12 following the break. Olivier, excuse me. And he is brought down by a host of...
Yeah, you have Ron Kartz there. You have 71, who is
Has there been anybody more active on defense than Ron Kartz?
No. I mean, 71's giving him a run for it as well, but he is everywhere.
Came in and played some fullback on there.
Yeah, he's been jinxed twice by the announcer, so I mean he's overcoming.
Fought through the announcer jinx.
He is overcoming.
Right, indeed he has.
You send your complaints to Doug.
Doug at 446sports.com.
Yes,
that didn't work.
Put hashtag Chuck.
That didn't work for my complaint that I had.
No. Olivier trying to bang his way in there.
They were about 2 or 3.
Yeah, Ron Kartz, and then
71 Maximus Stewart was in there. How many tackles do you have tonight for Ron Kartz? Just got word up through here that the running clock would have had to been in process at the start of the third quarter for it to be in effect. So it will continue under normal rules throughout the rest. Ty Olivier back to pass. Coming to the near side now, scrambling, gets that one out.
Dean on the coverage there. Pass going to Lane Abear from Olivier. Just a little overthrown.
Good to see Sawyer Dean back in the ball game. I'm telling you, this has been a very active crew. We've seen Jacques Fontenot all over the place tonight. Ron Kartz has been there. Maximus Stewart has been there. The Kramer's been there. Dominic Kramer. It's just been that type of an effort.
Yeah,
They've utilized all 8 men on that 8-man defense.
Yeah, Carrick, 21, the cornerback and tailback. Has, you know, since the running back went down with cramps and Dean went down with cramps, so.
We're going to get down here and see. Look, every time we get on, they stop cheering. I think it's stage fright.
They must have a camera or
you got a monitor
picture,
down there. That's right.
So
yeah, we're in a debate right now on if there should be a running clock or not. Officials trying to work that out.
yeah, you got to have your headset on there.
Looks like they're trying to discuss down there what we're discussing up here, which is the running clock situation and the interpretation. I know in past times that the clock that we've run it entirely, and they've got they're coming up here.
Dean has run for a touchdown. He's had tackles. He's had sacks. Now he's telling the clock operator to run the clock. He's trying to do everything out here.
He's going. He's going. The flying chicken wing. It looked like. That's funny.
Having a good time en route to what is surely another state championship run for John Paul the Great Academy.
And you have to know that John Paul is, I mean, obviously they're the ones who are wanting the running clock for sure, and that's why.
Right.
White hat with their radio communications. They're making the determination.
And look,
on it.
Yeah. Still working things out here as to where it is or not.
There you go.
No, the good thing here, guys, is they're working on getting it correct.
And that's all you want in this is just to get the correct call. And the clock does run here.
As we're real familiar even with LHSAA, there's rule changes, and not everybody gets all the updates.
The Sawyer, the dancer, Dean, back in there now. And he's going to give it away to Lorman.
To Lorman for a 7-yard gain up the middle there.
7 picks up 7 on that one. 2nd down and 3. And they can feel it. And again, I'm telling you guys that it's the difficult thing in this is going to be able to name it. We'll have to do it pretty quick because there have been 3 or 4 players that have jumped out and had really solid performances.
Makes you wonder if Lorman didn't get back in to kind of kick Ron Kartz out.
You think he says, put me in, coach. 7:44 to go in this one, 30-0. That toss back comes to the near side, and that's more of a throwback right here in front of us.
That's Garrick, 21 Garrick on the carry. Looks like he's going to have first down. Looks like a 17-yard gain on that pitch play. Olivier with the tackle. Right before that play, Olivier, good sportsmanship, picked up the towel for Lorman, and a little sign of respect from Lorman and him before that on that last play.
Sounds like some fans are not wanting to bring home the
air horns
that are full of air still.
Some folks have commented on our YouTube page how full of air I am. No, they haven't. They haven't yet. Great conversation out of those, and certainly great to have all of those folks that have watched this game tonight. 6:48 remaining here. Dean under center.
And up he goes, number 7. Still going to the 10, crosses it. Gonna mark him about the 9, just inside the 10.
Yeah, 18-yard run there on that one, taken down by number 3 from Acadiana Peltier, Jonas Peltier. But Lorman, I think Lorman's trying to put the nail in the coffin for the MVP.
Boy, you.
Although we might have the most valuable player in the bleachers here tonight.
There's no doubt.
No doubt.
Looking in, Sawyer Dean in that group. Handoff goes to Gary. Good to see him back in there also.
Yeah, he was cramping as well. Oh, get off the pile there, big boy. There we go. We got a.
So you're looking for someone to separate themselves in this last 5 and 42, but you can't just look at offensive statistics.
I know.
When you do this.
No, you're right, and that's why Dean and Lorman are definitely still neck and neck. And
Lorman had the big pick earlier in the
Yep.
game too.
Yep.
But don't count Ron Carts out of this one. Ron Carts, the senior that is out here. We talked to you a little bit earlier about Riley Lorman, just a 9th grader. My goodness, that young man is going to be there.
Touchdown by Lorman. And Doug.
Certainly didn't announce or jinx him, did I?
No, you didn't. And Ron Carts, when he's not playing fullback, he's just playing right tackle.
Of course he is.
I mean, he's just playing right tackle. So.
Instant replay on that, BU Designs. You see that scoring play.
So Lorman, I'm sorry.
Watch Riley Lorman come off the left side there and just get behind that offensive line and work his way into the end zone.
So Lorman now has 3 touchdowns, a sack, a 2-point conversion, and an interception.
But besides that, what's his contribution really been?
I don't know.
Right?
Well, he's done everything but kick on the field, but I think he was taking tickets at the concession stand, taking money at the concession stand. And there's Ron Carts right there for your 2-point conversion, Doug.
So how about that? He's going to bring that football off with him.
Well, I don't know if anybody would want to try to take the football from him.
Conversion was good there for the Guardians.
Okay, so we're.
Oh, I'm not talking. I'm talking to him. I'm talking director and president.
All right, some clarification there is that in football, the lead has to be 30 by halftime on there. It could get up to 70 or 80 or 90 in the second half and still wouldn't get into the running clock.
And I have, speaking of the score, I need to update our YSI Associates so people can see it clearly.
38-0 in this one. John Paul the Great Academy on their way to another 8-man football state champions.
23 Fontenot on the kickoff.
And this one, he puts a foot into it, and that tee went further that time than his first couple of kicks have. Put a foot into that one.
Oh, goodness.
That was Osborne on the return there and tackled by number 80. I think it's the first time we've called 80 tonight for John Paul.
Return stopped there by number 80, Thomas Conk.
Yeah. Thomas Conk with that one.
We're nearing the end of this one. It has been all John Paul the Great Academy. Great fan support by both of those squads out here tonight. You know, what you see along the fence, you know, Tioga has their senior banners up here and all of that. ACS has done that too. I see those banners along the fence line there. I don't know that we can get a shot of that, but we'll take a look at it. Yeah, that
Get after this play, we'll get there. Hang on just a second, Doug.
Mm-hmm. You pushing the buttons, so. Ooh, in the backfield there and making some, oh goodness, doing some work back there is number 8, Bobby Odenay.
Yeah, Odenay's he's one of the seniors as well out there.
And you look there, so ACS brought their banners up here and hung them up, and that's kind of like your senior senior night there.
Yeah, Ollier, number 4, Higgins, 44. Can't make the one all the way to the left because there's somebody in the way. Or the football's actually.
And they've got the
22.
cheerleaders there. You've got a couple of basketball players on there.
Yeah.
So great work by ACS.
3rd down and 15 here, Doug.
Showing blitz. And here comes pressure, look right up the middle.
Norman.
That one dumped off, and it's intercepted.
And stepped over the
Dean on the interception.
Sawyer Dean says, wait a minute. I've matched you with interceptions now.
That's right. But we talk about anything you can do, I can do better.
Look, those two, and you see.
little excitement. It should be design instant replay on that one.
And I'm telling you, coming up and picking that one up, not down. You'll see him follow along.
Was his knee down?
Down inside the 15 to the 14.
All right, so if he scores here.
Minute 35, though, you got to expect that they'll take a knee here, I would believe, and go ahead and get out of this thing. See if we see a victory formation from.
How would you tell any difference? From what
I was just
because he just would point to the center a little bit.
I was about to say the same thing, Chuck. Nope, they're running to play.
That's Gary up the middle.
Yeah.
Whistle continues to blow. Minute 6 remaining here as a lot of the
maybe now they go victory
championship
formation.
trophies and such starting to make their way down to the field. This is normally where we get our Sandra Merrow shot on here, but she's up in that other place.
Yes,
with
thank
the
Northeast Louisiana.
Right.
She's in Northeast Louisiana.
With the volleyball championships. And then back to live action we go.
This should be victory formation.
Oh, so y'all can say it. Yeah, because you've got them. See how
They're
they're turned a little
yep,
to the
they're turned.
inside. That's
That's
how
it.
you can tell the difference.
And
Sawyer Dean takes one
everybody
final
goes to
snap,
knee.
and that is going to do it. We're going to take a timeout here when we come back, and there goes a little bit of the Gatorade bath on the coach there, and Barrett Richard's going to pick up another state championship. Hugs all around.
That makes for a sticky ride home.
We'll be back. We're going to name our 446 Sports Championship Game MVP, and we'll award the trophies. We'll follow all of that when we come back on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Tremendous scene out on the field as they are, after the handshake through the line, all of the players and the cheerleaders and everyone will assemble out on the field, and they'll finish off a prayer. And this is what really the work of ACEL Athletics, certainly it's the Association of Christian Educators of Louisiana, and we are so proud to be just a small part of what they do. You see the coaches addressing them and the directors, and we'll have our awards presentation here momentarily. They'll have the runners-up trophy. They'll have the championship trophy. We'll announce our 446 Sports MVP of tonight's contest, and still a little undecided as to who that's going to be. But it's just something small that we do from 446 Sports to say, hey, you know what? We thank you for letting us come down here, and we're going to give a little bit back on there. This one, 38-0. John Paul the Great Academy adds another state championship in 8-man football here at the reservation. And Nick, yeah, go ahead.
And
Chuck.
speaking of, real quick, throw this in there. That trophy, that 446 Sports trophy, who created that one and who made that for us?
BU Designs made that, so they were able to get that for us. If you need any of your trophy needs or plaque needs or anything like that, those custom tumblers and shirts and Lions and Tigers, oh my, there's a lot of things going on. So that's where, what do you got there?
That's our fan.
That's right.
That's our fan.
She's coming in view at the bottom of your camera right there.
I wonder if she's administration or something. I wonder if she might be the principal. But
Could be.
talking about tumblers by Melissa, by
BU Design.
Yes. Okay. That's a nice Quibido's tumbler that's in front of you all during the
during our coach
The
speak.
coach
Yes.
speak one? Yeah. And that, and the wrap on that, you know who designed that, right?
I don't know. It escapes me. But it looks like we're finished up the prayer. I'm going to go down. Chuck, you can make switch cameras. I'm going to go find our super fan on there.
She's over on the corner there.
There you go. And it's her back once again. That's where we were facing on there. But great work as they are in prayer down on the field. Now is where they're at. Yeah, we got
They have those
scoreboarded
good graphics, yep.
on there. What a game this was. First time to be in a booth with Coach Pace, and what an amazing job she did up here. There's our fan that lets you know everything about what was going on. We're going to turn it over now to our PA announcer, and we'll follow the broadcast. We'll follow things right here. The down. Yeah, they'll wait on you to get you talk about You did.
I do know that take the part of the bill. They had to take it to where you couldn't rock pocket because it was becoming a Liberty Bell. It was being cracked. I don't, that part I can't tell you. I just know that my senior year it came back to Bolton, and that's what the way we liked it.
What from the east side of it?
For the record, if I ever asked you why we come in the press box, because when I came over here and looked through here, I'm like, it's night and day. Yeah. we're gonna say Coach Pace is on the situation with the help.
She's going to direct.
That's right. I do like the way. I also like the way she talked to Coach Christian about things too. That's what I'm talking about the volleyball. He said, I've been telling him, but you may be able to have a little authority about it.
Like we're ready to start some trophy presentations. First, we're going to announce the state runner-up from New Iberia, Louisiana, your Acadiana Christian School Lions. And your ACEL 8-man football state champions from Lafayette, Louisiana, John Paul the Great Academy Guardians. Okay, next we're going to hand out the 446 Sports State Championship MVP. We want to thank those guys for this presentation. Your MVP from 446 Sports, number 9, Sawyer Dean. At this time, we're going to recognize the 8-man football All-State team. First, the All-State offensive team. Offensive line, Everett Higgins, Acadiana Christian School.
No, that's the guy who had the media tags that came up here, I guess.
Offensive line, Silas Lanyo, John Paul the Great Academy. Offensive line, Travis Hines from Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletics. Running back, Riley Lorman from John Paul the Great Academy. Running back, Noah Augustine from Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletics. Wide receiver, tight end, Noah Landcloss, Acadiana Christian School. Wide receiver, tight end, Jackson Ortego, First Baptist Christian School. Quarterback, Ty Olivier, Acadiana Christian School. Give it up for your 2022-2023 ACEL 8-man football all-state offensive team. Now moving on to your ACEL all-state defensive team. Okay, for defensive line, Jude Wilder, Acadiana Christian School. Defensive line, Bobby Odide, John Paul the Great Academy. Defensive line, Elijah Keith, Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletics. Linebackers, Ty Olivier, Acadiana Christian School. Linebackers, Noah Augustine, Southwest Louisiana Homeschool Athletics. Defensive back, Weston Landry, Acadiana Christian School. Defensive back, Brylan Garrick, John Paul the Great Academy. And defensive athlete, Jackson Ortego, First Baptist Christian School. And now your 2023 8-Man Football League MVP from Acadiana Christian School, Ty Olivier. And your 2023 Football Coach of the Year from Acadiana Christian School, Carol Olivier. We want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight at Tioga High School on the reservation.
Well, there you have it, your
We wish everyone
MVPs,
safe
your
travels home.
state All-State
ACEL
players,
wants to
your Coach of the
remind
Year.
everyone to
Congratulations.
please clean up
Congratulations to all of
yourself.
those guys.
Again, please
And
remember
then
to clean up
our
after yourself.
446
Be
Sports
safe with your
MVP,
travels.
Sawyer
Congratulations
Dean.
to John Paul
Tremendous
Great
job.
Academy
Wrapped things up
Guardians
with
on
the
your state
interception at the end of
championship.
it. And it was just what a night that it was for the entire John Paul the Great Academy team. Guys, thoughts on your 8-man football and the kickoff of the ACEL championships, Chuck?
Reminiscent of what has always been just a great environment, a great showing by teams that come out here and battle. And just actually this year, I would say an extra spirited crowd out here in the stands.
Indeed it was. It was a tremendous amount of fun. Nick, how about it? You're no longer a rookie at this.
I tell you, a lot of good moments on and off the field, but I was just really impressed with the way these young men battled, the way they hit, the way they run the ball. It was just very impressive. The coaching, I mean, they never stopped, and it was fun to watch.
Indeed it was. Well, a big shout out to our ACEL Athletics family, of course, Sandra Merrow, for inviting us up for another year of covering ACEL Athletic Championship sports. It has been our pleasure to be in this press box tonight. Big shout out to Coach Pace, who kept everything on pace here tonight and rolling right along. Did that announce through all of the names and not even from Louisiana. That's almost like just a sophomore, not even from Louisiana, but great work that she did up in the press box from a man, Chuck Perkins, who pushes all our buttons on the production side of it, mind you. Chuck, great to be back in the booth with you.
Absolutely.
My man Nick Magnano by my side this year in the press box. Nick, it's been a great year indeed.
Really enjoyed it.
That is going to wrap it. That'll wrap it up here. I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.